Anthropic wants $200 a month for Claude Max. That's 10 times more than their Pro plan. So does the premium prices actually deliver premium value? Here's what they don't tell you in the marketing. Claude Max comes in two flavors, $100 per month or $200 per month. The $100 tier gives you 5 times pro usage, about 225 messages every 5 hours. The $200 tier jumps to 20 times pro usage, roughly 900 messages per 5-hour window. But here's the catch. Claude Opus, their most powerful model, burns through your quota 5 times faster than other models. So that $200 tier, you're really getting about 180 Opus messages per window. The $100 tier, just 45 Opus messages, the same as pro users get with regular models. Both max tiers get you longer responses without truncation, priority server access during peak times, and early access to new features. For developers, Claude CLI jumps from Pro's basic access to 200 prompts on the $100 tier or 800 prompts on the $200 tier. The reality? The $100 tier is for people who consistently hit Pro limits but don't need all-day access. The $200 tier is for those living in Claude, think AI-first developers or researchers, running autonomous sessions for hours. The Pro plan at $20 monthly, or $17 per month if you get an annual subscription like I pay, multiplies your free usage by 5. That's about 45 messages every 5 hours, which sounds limiting until you realize what else you get. You unlock Claude's features, including unlimited projects that remember your context across sessions, research mode that actually cites sources, and Claude for coding. Plus, you can connect Google Workspace, analyze massive documents with 200,000 tokens, and access all models, including Opus 4.1, though using Opus will eat through your quota faster. The free plan isn't just a trial. It's legitimately useful. You get access to Claude's latest models with session-based limits that reset every 5 hours. The exact message count varies with server demand, but you can still analyze images, generate code, and handle basic tasks. What you lose: model selection, extended thinking for complex problems, projects for organization, and Claude CLI. But for occasional use or testing Claude's capabilities, it's remarkably generous. Here's what actually matters when choosing your tier. Claude's 5-hour timeout system. Hit your message limit and you're locked out for 5 hours. No exceptions, no paying for extra messages, just waiting. This is why model choice matters. Using Opus, your messages count 5 times faster. Running research mode, that autonomous web searching burns through your quota quickly. Extended thinking, more compute, fewer messages. Most users discover this the hard way. Mid-project, mid-thought, mid-deadline. Let me save you some money with real-world scenarios. Developers doing daily coding, many jump from Pro to the $100 max tier first. If you're still hitting limits with 200 Claude CLI prompts every 5 hours, then consider the $200 tier's 800 prompts. Writers and content creators, Pro handles 95% of your needs. Even the $100 max tier is probably overkill unless you're generating content 8 hours a day. My personal workflow is a perfect example of this. I run the annual Pro plan, and if I hit the cap, which happens maybe twice a month, I simply switch to another tool for a few hours. That one trick saves me from needing the $100 or $200 tier. Researchers, the $100 tier hits a sweet spot. Enough headroom for deep dives without the $200 premium. Only upgrade to $200 if you're running multi-hour autonomous research sessions daily. Casual users, free tier plus strategic timing. Save complex questions for when you have a fresh 5-hour window. What makes Claude worth considering at any tier isn't just the AI quality. It's 3 specific advantages over competitors. First, that 200,000 context window means you can paste entire books, code bases, or document collections, and Claude actually remembers everything. ChatGPT caps out much sooner. Second, projects genuinely solve the goldfish memory problem. If your custom instructions, documents, and context persist across conversations without constant re-uploading. Third, research mode with citations. When Claude searches the web, it shows its sources. For professional work, that transparency is invaluable. After reviewing all 4 tiers, here's my take. Claude Pro at $17 a month for an annual subscription is the sweet spot for most power users. It's not about the message count, it's about the features that multiply your productivity. The $100 max tier makes sense if you're hitting Pro limits more than twice a week. It's 5 times the capacity without 5 times the price. You're paying roughly 5 times for 5 times usage, which is fair. The $200 tier, that's for 2 groups only. Developers who've completely moved their workflow into Claude CLI and researchers running multi-hour autonomous sessions. For everyone else, you're paying for capacity you won't use. Start free to test Claude's capabilities. Upgrade to Pro when you hit limits regularly and don't want to wait. Consider the $100 max tier if you're timing your work around Pro's resets. Only jump to $200 if those timeouts are literally costing you money. Remember, the best AI plan isn't the most expensive, it's the one that matches your actual workflow. And if you're curious about which models to use when or how projects actually work, I'll be diving deep into those in upcoming videos. Thanks for watching Technology for Life, where we test the tools so you don't have to waste the money.